organizers who have thought it fit to provide me this opportunity to express my gratitude. Thank you very much.
सर, सब यहाँ पे अधिकतर सब साइंटिस्ट बैठे हैं, जैसे बताया गया इतने DGICR हैं, सब हैं। तो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट भारत के सारे किसानों की तरफ से, भारत कृषक समाज की तरफ से मैं मुबारकबाद देता हूँ, आपको कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करता हूँ आपके जन्मदिन पे। And I'm honored to have the opportunity to be here and to wish on behalf of the farmers with all the enlightened dignitaries in the hall today. मेरा फर्स्ट इंटरेक्शन डॉक्टर परोटा साहब के साथ मेरे नाना जी रामनिवास मिर्दा जी के यहाँ घर पे हुआ था। शायद डॉक्टर साहब नहीं याद होएगा उनको, पर मेरे को याद है। एंड वो बहुत खुशकिस्मत दिन था कि मैं डॉक्टर साहब से मिल पाया। I'll keep myself very short. मेरे हिसाब से एक ज़िंदगी में एक आदमी अच्छा किसान हो सकता है, अच्छा साइंटिस्ट हो सकता है, अच्छा एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हो सकता है, अच्छा स्टेट्समैन हो सकता है। डॉक्टर साहब ये सारी चीज़ एक साथ थे, बट दैट इज़ नॉट हिज ग्रेटेस्ट कंट्रीब्यूशन। ये सबसे बड़ा उनका महत्वपूर्ण योगदान नहीं है इस देश को। सबसे बड़ा योगदान डॉक्टर साहब आपका ये मेरे हिसाब से है कि यू आर अ मेंटर टू हंड्रेड्स ऑफ पीपल, यू आर अ गार्डियन टू हंड्रेड्स ऑफ पीपल, एंड यू गाइडेड सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स, योर जूनियर्स एंड साइंटिस्ट जो नए नए थे, उनको आपने मेंटरशिप दी। आई थिंक सो दैट इज द ग्रेटेस्ट कंट्रीब्यूशन यू हैव गिवन टू दिस नेशन, एंड आई एम ब्लेस्ड टू हैव बीन मेंटर्ड बाय यू, एंड आई एम स्टिल मेंटर्ड बाय यू। आई थैंक यू सो मच पर्सनली फ्रॉम माय हार्ट ऑन दैट। योर पेशेंस with people like me who don't understand is also, I think so, very important for that mentoring process to happen. Thank you for the exposure and outlook that you have provided, and I would also keep it very short and say कि as chairperson of Punjab State Farmers Commission with my colleague Dr. Sidhu is here, we will keep taking your advice, follow what you have done in Haryana, and try and improve livelihoods of farmers in Punjab and rest of the country. Thank you so much.
Our own, potential and come to a stage where we are today. Thank you once again, sir. May I now request Dr. N.K. Krishna Kumar to present his remarks.
Swaminathan, Dr. Padoda, Dr. Chopra, Dr. Mahapatra, Sri Vatsava, Dr. Sandhu, Dr. Barwale, Dr. Tyagi. Of course, we have in the audience equally very senior persons, Dr. Kirti Singh, Dr. Chedda, Dr. Anupam Verma, Dr. Hanchinar, and many others. At the outset, sir, I convey the best wishes and a very happy birthday from the DG Biodiversity International Land Two-Wheeler, who personally requested me on this occasion to convey her best wishes for you on the event of completing 75 years. What differentiates Dr. Padoda from a number of other persons, because his traits, qualities, and many other things have been described already, is one is his ready smile. It's something which is very unique. Probably I sometimes used to visualize maybe he will be smiling even when he has to differ with you. Probably the smile will not go out of his face, and that's something which is very unique, which I saw him. And the second one is the great leaders, no matter what the situation is, they are very calm. And he's a man of a very calm composure. Dr. Chopra said, yes, he's very tough. But at the same time, it should also be appreciated that equally he's very calm. And these two traits probably certainly will win his friends. But also those who may disagree with him do not have the luxury of differing with him, because both with his smile and composure, the other person is sort of made to see his point of view. In many ways, I only recollect that I had the opportunity to very closely interact, as Dr. Sandhu said, that the occasion was the inauguration of the auditorium at the NRC Seed Spices, where we decided that it was to be named after Dr. Padoda. Auditorium was named after him. But what was unique is that after the event, we also visited his house a rustic house, and then we also went and spent a few hours in his farm. Here he totally transformed himself. He was not the DG, but he was just the farmer, sharing his perceptions of a common man, the man-animal conflict, plant not responding to the nutrition, the difficulties that is being faced. So he was presenting a dimension of not just an administrator, but the normal problems of a common man. Coming to a couple of other things, yes, no doubt the NAS has been wonderful contribution, but what really touches me is, I remember as a scientist when we used to come to IRI, or for that matter this campus, finding a decent guest house was so difficult. Everybody who, if he has a decent guest house today and is able to comfortably stay, I think the words that come out is, but for Dr. Pododa, we would not have been able to stay in this guest house as comfortably. This is something which I am telling the perceptions from the common scientific perceptions of very scientists who regularly come. I am to state that in the midst of talk that the independence was going on, a goat gets hurt and Mahatma Gandhi leaves all his work and suddenly he goes and attends to the goat. And when Jinnah gets really frustrated, Mahatma Gandhi tells, everything else can wait but not the pain of the goat. Why I am telling this anecdote is, in the year somewhere in mid-90s, I had a real problem with my study leave. I was moving from pillar to post and there was not cutting much ice. Then as a last resort, I wanted to meet the DGICR, and that time Dr. Pododa was the DGICR. He had stepped out of his room. He had his PS was telling, sir, it's time for you to go. Then he said, no, please wait. Here is a person who has traveled all the way. Let me just spend 5 minutes with him. To your contemporaries with whom you have interacted, many of them will be able to appreciate and understand your traits. Here was an ordinary scientist, a man who hesitated even to those days to enter the rooms of the Krishi Bhavan, and you set aside a separate time so that you can listen to the problems of a very common scientist in the ICR system. That's what separates men from the boys. And to this date, you have been such a leader, and it's a matter of pride that we have in our midst persons like you and Dr. Swaminathan who can see this kind of an experience. Sir, I will not take much time. It has been rather, as it was said by Dr. Sandhu, it has been a long day for you. Words can go on, we can describe, we can praise, but at the same time, persons like you are at this moment required for Indian agriculture. I remember the statement Dr. M.S. Swaminathan made during a very recent seminar when he shortly completed his 93 years a few days back. He said, ecology and economics are the need of the hour. I think that one statement, which came in Hindu, in a very, very wonderful way, sort of describes where we are and what is needed. And it is like persons of your stature who can come out with these kinds of the guidance that the government at this point of time is looking forward. And it is only persons like you who can bring these kinds of articulation and convey you to the powers may be. I take this opportunity to wish you once again, sir, a very happy 75th birthday, and may this day last for another 25 years and plus, so that we see 100 years and plus of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Krishna Kumar.
I'll say a couple of things which I have not been told about Dr. Pododa. One is that I'm speaking as General Secretary of Indian Society of Plant Genetic Resources, and Dr. Pododa is the founder president of ISPGR, which was established in 1987. He is also current president of the society. Under his patronage, ISPGR has organizing many national international seminars, symposia, dialogues. One of the most successful events recently, it has been told earlier also, the first International Agrobiodiversity Congress 2016, which was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of India. It was appreciated worldwide because of his dedicated efforts, monitoring and guidance, and overall guidance of Professor M.S. Swaminathan. Many qualities has been told by others. I would only say two things. When I joined the head of the division in NBPGR, in a meeting, lunch hours, I asked him that, sir gives us some tips that whatever you have contributed in the shortest period of your tenure as DG in ICR, so much infrastructure, what is the secret of that, and can you give me some tips? He started laughing and told two things only. One is that I don't have any tips. And only thing is that if you laid back on your chair, whatever chair you are sitting, whether DG, DDG or director, then you may progress, but organization will not progress. I think that was the one tip what he gave. I took it as a tip. So he never laid back on the chair till he was DG or even till today as the president, Chairman TAS. He has never laid back. I have never seen him sitting back on his chair. He's always working. And another thing is that he is always caring for his team members. Many have been told, even by our DG, Dr. Krishna Kumar, several examples have been mentioned, Dr. Sandhu. I have worked closely for last 2-3 years with him, particularly in the organization of IAC 2016. He cares utmost to all the team members, and he infused the enthusiasm to work more and more. And one thing that I have never seen him tired, even if it is 2 o'clock in the night. We have worked for this IAC. And I must mention one instance that probably some people must have noticed that during the inauguration, and before, in fact, the inauguration for almost several months, he was suffering with the dengue, he was suffering with chikungunya, and we were very, very much perturbed that whether he'll be able to join the inauguration or not. But not only he joined the inauguration, he presented the welcome speech, and he chaired a session also and plenary lecture also on that day. I think we youngsters, many have been mentored, particularly in NBPGR, in my group, several are here. They would appreciate that these kind of things can be learned from him only. And we have been so blessed having your guidance all throughout our careers from NBPGR till today. On behalf of ISPGR and on my own behalf, I pray to Almighty to bestow you good health and happiness along with your wonderful family members sitting here. I'll take a minute also. Ravi Khetrapal, Executive Secretary APARI, could not make it to grace this occasion, and he has sent the message I would like to read verbatim. Dr. Raj Paroda, who is known to his unparalleled contribution in agriculture research, development, and policy issues, including state-of-the-art infrastructure development, is a personality unique. APARI has been greatly benefited by his vision and dynamism, where he served as the Executive Secretary for more than 20 years. He has been instrumental for APARI in enhancing its membership base and strategizing the thematic areas where APARI should work in the Asia-Pacific region. In its 25-plus years of existence, APARI would not have attained recognition in the region without his dedicated hard work and commitments. APARI salutes him on the occasion of 75th birthday and wishes him good health and a long life of happiness and joy. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Into few words or sentences. Believe me, each one of the 26 alphabets of English has more than one adjective to describe his persona. So I'd just like to quote few verses from a poem dedicated to him by one of his friends in the just released memoirs, Mr. Narayan Singh, former member Rajasthan Farmers Commission. उन्होंने लिखा है कि मेरे इस मित्र की ताकत को कोई कम नहीं आके, मेरे इस मित्र की ताकत को कोई कम नहीं आके, क्योंकि हम सब की ताकत भी तो इनकी दुआएं हैं, और आज हम जिस मुकाम पर हैं सर, वह आपकी ही ताकत है. So somebody has truly remarked that his abilities to ask hard questions, promote a broad vision, and garner resources to implement that vision. We once again salute this noble visionary of 21st century. So, according to the Indian philosophy, an individual engrossed in selflessly working for the cause of the society is to be honored by way of love and respect. Taliyan, please. Dr. N.K. Krishna Kumar, on behalf of DG Biodiversity International, to present a shawl to Dr. Paroda. On behalf of Indian Society of Plant Genetic Resources, may I request Dr. R.K. Tyagi, General Secretary, to present a shawl to Dr. Paroda. तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट कम ना हो प्लीज आज के दिन. On behalf of Indian Society of Genetics and Plant Breeding, may I request the President, Dr. J. Sandhu, to present a bouquet and a shawl to Dr. Paroda. May I now request Dr. Ramesh Yadav, Chairman, Haryana Kisan Ayog, to please come on the dais and felicitate Dr. Paroda and also share his thoughts. Dr. Ramesh Yadav, please. You'll present, okay. Okay. May I request Dr. Meena Kumari, Chairman NBA, to present a bouquet on behalf of NBA. Dr. Meena Kumari, please, on the dais. अच्छा, कौन पढ़ेंगे बताइएगा, कौन पढ़ेंगे, पढ़ना है आप? अच्छा, so on behalf of Haryana Kisan Ayog, they'll be presenting a shawl to everybody on the dais. मैंने पूछा Okay. It's time now for the family to come on the dais. Yeah, Dr. Parsuraman from MSSRF is felicitating Dr. Paroda. Okay. So,
Hi.
From?
Hi.
Sir, Dr. Rahman from Elri is going to present you a bouquet, sir.
You want to go downstairs now? Okay, go. Sure?
So it's time for
Thankful for the opportunity given by all of you to be part of this such a very special day. First and foremost, we would like to thank you all for organizing this special event to celebrate the person who we are blessed to call our dad. We're truly humbled by everyone's presence on this occasion on our dad's 75th birthday.
Speaking about our father when he is known as Dr. R.S. Paroda is a little overwhelming because we are greeted with a myriad of emotions at the same time. Feeling of being blessed, proud, indebted, inspired, and most of all, the feeling of being loved. No words can ever express our feelings of gratitude for our dad. He not only helped us to take the first tiny steps as a toddler, but inspired us throughout our growing years, leading by example always.
I would like to share an instance. The good news about being in the Paroda family is you never need an alarm clock because my father was always there to wake us up. So when I was studying for my board exams and I had to wake up too early, like 4:30 a.m., to do my revisions, he would always come and wake me up. But the interesting part was he had already been awake working on his office work. And here I was thinking that I'm having a hard time motivating myself with the deadline approaching, but my father never needed any motivation to do his work. For him, there are no half measures. Everything needs to be done to perfection, and his indomitable spirit motivates everyone around him as well.
Well, the perfectionist in him that you all must have experienced working with him, the perfectionist in him always insisted that we keep the house very spick and span. There have been instances when, after hours of dusting and cleaning, we would be sure of having met his standards and maybe a few words of appreciation from him, only to find him walking back home and moving his finger over a tube light and saying, "There's dust here." Nonetheless, I must admit that as a result, all of our homes are spick and span. You can come anytime, you're most welcome.
While there are several qualities we've inherited from our father, there are few that are missing in the next generation. I, for one, have not inherited his social spirit. I often joke with him that when God was passing the gregarious qualities for the Paroda clan, he took of 2 generations. So I don't have, and he has double of my social abilities. But even my friends from elementary to middle school remember fondly of coming to our house and my father greeting them as a gracious host. And I'm sure all of you can attest that he goes out of his way to make everyone feel welcome and comfortable in any event.
As I've matured over the years, though I'm not sure if I've earned that compliment from him yet, I've come to admire his humility the most. He's so concerned about the people around him, the people who work with him, the people who are associated with him, his personal touch in everything that he does. Whether it's in the form of a phone call, a compliment, a visit, a gift, all that make him very endearing to people around him. He finds time for everything and everyone, not only in office, but also in the family. It fills me with awe to see how he conducts all his relationships. He's always so giving that we often fondly refer to him as the Santa Claus of the family.
So, Dad, you're the epitome of the role model one can have in life. I do not know of anyone else that is as selfless, as loving, caring, giving, kind, fair. I can go on and on, hardworking, dedicated as you are. We are in awe of you every single day, and you are our inspiration. When times are tough, you are our strength. When times are good, you're our cheerleader. We're grateful to have learned from you, your actions, so we can be the best we can be. We're grateful for your loving us unconditionally, for being there for us always, for being our guiding light, our sounding board, and our strength. You amaze us with all that you do, all that you have accomplished in life, and continue to with your hard work and perseverance, personally and professionally. You're a true inspiration. I do not know of anyone that has a bigger heart than you. You never bat an eye when it comes to giving unconditionally, caring with love, and nurturing anyone that needs you, whether they ask you or not. So finally, this is me. We thank you for coming from, thank you all for coming from distances far and near. And to our mom and dad, we say,
We are because you are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anju, Sonal, and Prashant. We all share the same sentiments, the emotions. All whatever you have said is true to the very extent, you know. So thank you all once again. May I now request Dr. Paroda to address the distinguished gathering.
Most respected Honorable Dr. Swaminathan, my esteemed colleague and friend Professor V.L. Chopra, Dr. Mahapatra, Dr. Srivastava, Ajay, Dr. Krishna Kumar, Tyagi ji, Dr. Sandhu, Raju, all distinguished colleagues, friends, and my family members and relatives. It's indeed a matter of great joy for me, and it's an event which is fully charged of emotions. So I thought rather than I be extempore, would like to express my feelings through few written words. So I hope you will excuse me for it. First of all, let me say I am overwhelmed by all your love and affection showered on me this evening. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you, my seniors, especially with great, personal discomfort. Dr. Swaminathan has made it to be here, is itself a reflection of his love and his inspiration to me, which I have been getting all through my life. To you all, colleagues, my seniors here, I see many. If I start speaking for one, others would say why I'm not naming them. But my elder brother like Dr. Kirti Singh, Dr. Chadha, with whom I worked so long, Dr. Anupam Verma, Dr. Tikam Chanjan, Dr. Hanchinal, Dr. Sadamate, Dr. Jalali, also Meena Kumari ji, and many others, and I see Dr. Professor Ashish Datta and Mrs. Datta. It's a great pleasure for me to have you all here. And I'm really sorry that you had to wait till such long for this function to come to an end. I am also grateful to Almighty to have bestowed on me His blessings for everything in life that I would have expected. When I look back